it was an accident. The road was wet. I was tired. It was dark, so maybe, I don't know. Maybe I was driving too fast. All I can remember is wanting to get home and get to bed. And I made this turn at the top of the hill, and there was this curve. And then out of nowhere, there was this old man standing right in front of the car. I slammed on the brakes, but there was a sound like a thump. And the next thing I knew, this man was all over my windshield. I mean, I was trying to steer, but the car just kept swerving and spinning. And I was trying to drive, but I mean, he was on my windshield, his eyes wide open, and blood was like bleeding on my windshield. And the car just kept spinning and spinning until finally it just stopped. It just stopped. And it was quiet. It's just the rain. And I just sat there, staring at the man on my windshield. His face, like this close to mine, his eyes wide open. And all I could think about at that moment was, oh my God, God, please don't let him be dead. Please don't let him be dead. So I get out of the car and, I want to check him. So I go to touch him and move him. Nothing. There was no doubt. He was dead. And he must have been about 80. Gray hair, raincoat, wedding ring. Wedding ring. I just stood there out in the rain. I just stood there saying, I am so sorry. I am so sorry. And I wanted to get him off of the car, so I pushed him off of the hood, and he fell. He fell to the ground, and with all my might, I rolled him over, and I pushed him towards the edge, toward the edge of the cliff. And I pushed him. I pushed him over, and he rolled down for what seemed like forever. Bushes, rocks, and I stood there until I knew he'd stop, because I didn't hear anymore. And I looked around to see if anyone saw. No one. And I got in my car and I drove home. And I cried. I must have cried all night that night. And they found his body. They found his body about a month later. No one ever knew who did it. And it's remained my secret all this time, up until now. Ooh, so that's it, honey. That's my big secret. So one thing I've never told anyone. Ooh, pretty amazing, isn't it? Babe. Babe, why are you looking at me like that? Babe, honey, where are you going? You gotta tell me your big secret, honey. Babe.